What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and earlier today, we had a major surprise. Of course, Destiny 2 Season 17 is coming out officially tomorrow, May 24th, 2022, and we thought we weren't going to be hearing anything about it until tomorrow morning. Well, thanks to an untimely leak from our friends across the seas, we got a full look at Destiny 2 Season 17, now known as Season of the Haunted. This trailer came out earlier today. I'm going to play it in its entirety here. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to watch it. If you've already seen it, skip to the time in the video right now. There should be a link to that somewhere down in the description or in the comments to dive on into some of the new stuff we learned here. It's an amazing trailer. It's definitely worth a watch. And when we get back, we're going to be discussing all of it.
The lunar pyramid stirs to the Leviathan's call. It manifests our deepest regrets. Where once we banished the nightmares, a new terror rouses them from their slumber. We will not cower in fear of nightmares. We will rise to meet the enemy and confront our darkest fears with open eyes. The nightmares are converging on your location. Begin the harvest. And so you become an eater of fear. Magnificent. It is the beginning of the end.
There we go. That's the trailer for Destiny 2 Season 17, Season of the Haunted. And we have got an amazing amount of stuff to cover in this video. Season of the Haunted seems to be continuing along with the storylines introduced in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. We're heading back to the moon as a familiar environment has reappeared. That's right, the Leviathan returns, potentially along with its master, Emperor Callus. His once opulent ship, now derelict and corrupted, has returned to our galaxy, and it set its sights on the pyramid ship lying dormant on the moon. And as the Leviathan forms a connection with the pyramid, nightmares of the past awaken and threaten to torment any who dare intervene. Stare into the abyss and find bravery within the mantle of the Reaper and the steel of the Scythe. Showing that this story is heavily going to revolve around Callus. It's almost like a season of the opulent part spooky too, since we're going to be seeing some of the same specters and ghosts that we see on the moon all throughout the Leviathan now. For those veteran Guardians of Destiny 2, a lot of this is going to look familiar. It looks like the Leviathan in its entirety has been infected by the darkness of the pyramids, making it look reminiscent to the Glycan from the Presage mission. Here, Guardians will confront the nightmares of the past, embrace updated solar subclasses with Solar 3.0, become a Reaper, and even wield a Scythe. And all of that is shown off in spades here in the trailer. Throughout the trailer, we get an amazing look at some incoming weapons, some awesome new armor sets. I'm sure you guys all saw the crazy skull one. That's Season Pass ornaments, by the way. And even a bevy of new and returning weapons. Some of this gear includes a new trace rifle, rocket launcher, and even a new glaive. But that's not all. We're also going to be getting some reprised variants of classic weapons, even from Season of Opulence itself. We're getting some of my favorite weapons back from the menagerie activity of old, including the beloved legendary sniper rifle and one of my favorite hand cannons of all time, Austringer. Both of which are shown off here in the trailer. We get great looks at both of them. Additionally, we'll see returning favorites like the Callus mini tool and the drawn sidearm. And if my hunch is right, these weapons will not only be earnable via new activities, but they may also be craftable, giving us some amazing options for creating custom rolls of classic gear. Now, additionally in this trailer, we also got to see the reveal of a D1 classic exotic, the Trespasser sidearm. That's coming back in its full glory with what looks to be a pretty similar ability. In D1, Trespasser came with Relentless Tracker, where kills with the weapon granted enhanced motion tracker resolution for a short time, kind of the enhanced radar we have access to in D2. Additionally, it had a perk called Unrepentant. Reloading after a kill would cause the next burst from the weapon to be longer and more powerful, a kind of super burst with the gun. It was capable of basically one-shotting at ridiculous ranges in PvP, but it emptied your entire magazine. That seems to not be the case here in D2, as the clip we have with Trespasser shows getting a kill, reloading, and getting that super burst, but it seems like as long as you get a super burst, the weapon seems to automatically reload another shot for you, as you get to see in the clip here. If that's true, and this thing still deals the same amount of insane damage it did in D1, man, with all the other special weapon changes we're getting in Season 17, sidearms, specifically the Trespasser, may be a real threat to the metagame. As far as the story goes in Season of the Haunted, it looks like there's going to be a pretty heavy focus on our Guardians, Eris Morn, Zavala, the Crow, and Empress Keitel, with those last three even facing off against some of their own personal demons. For some of the shades we've seen here, it looks like Keitel's going to be facing off with a shade of Destiny 2's original villain, Gaul, while Zavala is seemingly being haunted by the specter of a woman, possibly even someone related to his past. There have been some leaks that talked about Zavala having a wife of sorts in the past who passed away, and this may be an indication of that being the case here. And as for the Crow, it seems he's being haunted by the shades of his own past, as it looks like specters of Uldren Sov are the ones tormenting him. Either way, looks like there's going to be some pretty interesting lore bits going on here in Season 17, and I am all for it. Something else I'm all for, of course, are brand new activities and rewards to earn. And of course, Season of the Haunted is going to come with plenty of that. Here's the content that'll be available for all players. A new mode called Nightmare Containment. Evil resonates within the hull of the Emperor's wretched vessel. You'll summon the challenging nightmares and cleanse them with fire. Then we've got an activity titled Sever. Navigate the Leviathan's labyrinthian underbelly and uncover the truth behind Callus's sinister plan and sever the nightmares he controls. Of course, we'll also have a brand new season pass chock full of rewards for you to earn, including the awesome new Season of the Haunted ornament sets, some of which I'm showing off here, and they just look absolutely amazing. But beyond all of that, beyond all of the loot and story stuff that's coming, of course, we have a major subclass revamp coming out along with Season 17. And if the trailer was no indication, you guessed it, it's Solar 3.0. And while Bungie doesn't give us any particular information about how exactly things are going to be changing, we can glean a lot from this trailer, as we get to see quite a few bits of insanity, including what looks to be new melees for basically all three of the main classes, including what seems like a Full Metal Alchemist reference from you warlocks out there. And yes, it's a terrible day for rain. Throughout the trailer, we get to see some incredible new solar abilities for all three classes, including what looks to be a new double hammer slam for Titans, as well as a new form of shatter dive, a solar shatter dive for hunters that seems to maybe not quite drop a well of radiance, but definitely seems to drop some kind of healing well for you and your allies. Additionally, we seem to have a new form of solar grenade as well, as we get to see a guardian tossing it above a group of enemies, and then it just initiates a massive detonation, wiping out the entire group. If Solar 3.0 winds up being half as customizable and impactful as Void 3.0 has been, we're going to have a lot of brand new builds to make starting tomorrow. Of course, Solar 3.0 is going to come fully customizable with aspects and fragments that you'll be able to customize to your whim. Overall, Destiny 2 Season of the Haunted is looking like it's going to be a pretty darn good time, with plenty of loot for you to earn, plenty of secrets to uncover, and plenty more new Solar 3.0 builds to make. As for the awesome Reaper-looking Scythe that we see, we're actually not sure about that. It could be a brand new glaive, it could be a new seasonal sort of weapon like the Synaptic Spear is in Psyops Battlegrounds, and there's also some hints that it might be tied to a new public event in the free roam zone on the Leviathan. Either way, between the new Scythe and the entire skull motif with the Season Pass ornaments, you'll finally be able to live out your fantasies of being the Reaper. But there we go, Guardians. That's just some of the crazy news about Season 17 that we got access to with this brand new trailer. Again, if you haven't watched the entire thing, head back to the beginning of this video, watch it here. If you want to check out more from it, I've got a link to Bungie's official Season of the Haunted page down in the description box below. Go and check it out. But those are my thoughts. It looks like tomorrow's going to be really one heck of a day, and I cannot wait for this patch to go live. Be sure to let me know how you Guardians feel down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. I'm out for now. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians stay frosty, and we'll see you in Solar 3.0.